Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be making a video on uh, the competitive fruits in the game, the fruits that I personally feel like are the best and what you should be using, and how you can get like a higher bounty for second C and whatnot. So first, we're going to have Allosaurus. Allosaurus is not that strong of a fruit. It has a big hitbox, pretty immobile, but it does shred Ken Hockey, so that does give it, leverage. That's why it's not D, it's C. Next we have Barrier. Barrier's damage is not that great. It's two abilities, the Staircase and then the Prison. It's not that useful in PvP. And then it has its Pistol. It's a little sphere around its body, which does do a bit of damage, but it still is not that useful in PvP, in my opinion. Next we have Bomb. Bomb kind of has this. It's too close range. It does do quite a bit of damage. It does do like good amounts of damage, but you have to get too close to the target to get it off. Next we have Baraccio. Baraccio, it's a big target as well, but it does have some range and it does have nice damage, but it does not have a kin shred. That's why I cannot put it higher. Next we have Buddha. Buddha is another big target, and it doesn't really bring anything to the table. It doesn't really have range. You have to be on the ground to be hit by Buddha from most of its abilities except its ultimate explosion, and you're just not gonna win fights with that. Next is Dark. Dark, I'm gonna put it in C tier due to the fact that it is kind of glitched right now with Buso Hockey, where you cannot use the rock ability effectively. It gets stuck on the hockey. And make sure that you stay to the end of this video, because I'm going to be going over more of these fruits in depth, and I'm also gonna tell you guys like how you can kind of become like all-rounded like sword tier list and then fighting style tier list, so you can have like the perfect PvP build. Next we have Doe. Doe is honestly I feel like it's kind of, maybe I should have made it A plus tier. But Doe is just pretty good because of the fact that it has kin shred, it has good burst, it has AoE, it has a stun. It's really nice, and it also has mobility. So I think that Doe is A plus. I'm gonna change these ranks as I go, so I can fit it there. Next we have Dragon. I think that Dragon would be in the A tier. Let me just make this here. Sorry for this. Yeah, but Dragon, I don't think that Dragon is that good at all, or not that good at all. I think that it's compared to like the top fruits, it will struggle. But I think if somebody has a lower fruit like these, then it's just gonna beat it. And that's kind of how I'm going off of it. Is like the higher the rank, like below it, it should be able to beat it. Like that's how I'm kind of ranking it. Next we have Phoenix. Phoenix sucks. It's really poor because it doesn't have damage. I guess it kind of has kin shred, but it's not really effective because it only hits the ground. The maneuvers are bad, like the movement, stuff like that. The only thing that I could say is that it has flight, and that's not really useful. If you could just fly around in PvP, you're basically just running. Next we have Flame. I think that Flame is a pretty good fruit. Has some nice AoE. It has kin shred. If you can hit it, it's like the barrage. If you can get the barrage off, you should most likely win a fight. Really nice, really good, or pretty good. Oh well, maybe I'll put in A for now. Next we have Gravity. Gravity, it's not that great of a fruit. Unawakened Gravity definitely is at the bottom, but if you awaken Gravity, then it becomes pretty good. As a good amount of kin shred with its Z ability, and then its X ability is on pretty short cooldown, and it does pretty good damage. Now I will say that you don't really use two abilities from Gravity. unfortunately, you don't really use meteor rain or uh, the extra ability that you get from like awakening gravity, like the B move, where you like summon a bunch of rocks and it crashes down. It's not really useful in PvP, in my opinion, but um, you do get pretty good value from the first and second move and the flight. Sure. And again, you're not really going to be hitting that, especially in midair. Next, we have love. I think that love is a plus because it has Kindred as stuns. Really nice. Maybe I should put it. Um, no, I'll keep it there because it does good into dough. Because when a dough user uses their barrage, you can stun them. When you stun gum, I'll put it here because you can get out of it with Electra potentially, and there's the teleportation abilities that could also get out of it. So moving on, we have magma. Magma is a pretty bad fruit. Some people, usually for me, I see lower levels who kind of hype it up. and that's kind of because you're standing inside the rain without Kanaki. If you have Kanaki, you most likely should not die to magma. I will put it in C tier though, because if you do take away their Kanaki, let's say if you have a sword or something, then you will be able to do a lot of damage if you take away their Ken and they get too close to you. Like if they have a close range fruit, such as these, except like really light and Phoenix, then and barrier, nice. But if they have a, or if they slip up and they get too close to you, if you have magma and you are able to take away their Kanaki, then you should be able to kill them pretty quickly with your rain. Next we have OP. I think that OP is annoying as fruit. Um, it's pretty inconsistent at times. It's it's either it, it's either busted or it's either just dumb. So that's why I do not put it in A plus, because you can take somebody's heart and you can use a sword ability. The dash to get out of the snowball. Anything that could get out of the snowball uh, is valuable against a snow user, obviously. Next, we have Shadow. Shadow is like a only farming fruit. I guess one thing that you can do is stun them and then use your sword. Somebody really tried to do that with me, and they honestly just got clapped. Um, because I was able to use my fruit and my sword, so um, no matter what you do, I will just outdamage you because I'm using a fruit and a sword. It's just facts. Next we have Spino. Spino is um, um, I think that Spino is beater because I think that it's beater because you can potentially use it correctly if you are like fighting somebody, you do not stay in Spino. You just want to use its abilities and then get out. But still, there is that window where you are a huge target, so people like Rumble users will really take advantage of that. And I think that snow is still a really good fruit, because I don't really see people using the Electro Dash to get out of the snowball. So I don't know. Yeah, but Spino, it has really good damage, really good kin shred, but it's pretty close range, and it is again a big target. Next we have string. I think that string is one of the best fruits. I think that the top three are no, I think that Rumble is the definitive best. I think that string is annoying. Yeah. String is really strong. You can swing around and just kind of be a nuisance, and you can slowly wither down somebody where they will either give up the fight or they will get too aggressive and get themselves killed. Next we have sand. Sand is a pretty good fruit. I think that it has good kin shred. It or decent kin shred, which is nice. The damage is fine, and it's a Logia. Logia in this game doesn't really matter, but I mean, it saved me a few times where somebody has How Hockey or Conqueror's Hockey. They will use it, they'll hit me with it. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just dead, and the idiot won't have their hockey on, and they'll just be slashing, and the text will just be going straight through me. And then they die. Okay, next, whoa, I did not mean to put Venom there. Venom is D tier because the abilities are not that strong. I think my computer just froze. But, oh, whoops.
Brain blast. This is not real.
Oh, sorry about that. I accidentally went to another tab. But next we have Venom. Venom is, in my opinion, one of the worst fruits. The abilities are pretty hard to hit. Its ultimate is pretty bad. It just makes you a big target, and then you kind of have the same abilities. The damage is not that bad if you actually hit it, but still, it's no. Wolf. Everybody knows that Wolf is garbage. We don't have to go into depth with that. Actually, it's not garbage. It's one of the best. It's just I think that is top of D tier with Leopard because it does have a roar. Roars are pretty useful because it has Ken Haki, or it takes away Ken Haki. I mean, but this is my fruit tier list for second C. I personally have a 2.3 million bounty. This is the guy who has made this, so go check him out. Thank you for making this tier list, and I'll see you guys in the next video.